Hey everyone, hope you all are doing great. I am Partharu, Events and Program Manager at Microsoft Reactor, and yes, welcome you all to yet another episode of MVP Connect. And today we have Ramit Paul delivering his session over Copilot and BPA framework in Microsoft D365 Finance and SCM, which is a futures roadmap. But before we start our today's event, let's go through our code of conduct. We all are here to learn together, participate together, so please be respectful of other people's views, understanding the differences, be kind and considerate in a way we all engage. Yes, we do encourage you all to participate. Please drop all your questions in the comment section and we'll pick it up from there. And yes, now I would like to bring in Ramit, our MVP and speaker for today's event. Hey, hi Ramit, how are you doing?
Hi, Parth. I'm good, thanks. How are you?
All great, all well. uh, Perfect time for the coffee in the evening. What's up with you?
Yeah, I'm good. I was preparing for the session. I'm sure this session will be interesting, and a lot of new things we will be able to learn. Let's see what we have
That's great.
for today.
The title looks exciting. The floor is all yours.
Yeah, great. Thank you so much, Parth, and thank you so much, everyone, uh, for joining us. I'm sure this will be an interesting session, and let me share my screen without further delay.
So, Ramit, you are joining us from where today?
Sorry, you are breaking somewhere. Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Great. Is my screen?
Yes,
There is a small lag. Yeah, there is a
yes,
small
there is a
lag.
lag. Yes.
Okay. Can you see my screen now?
Yep.
Okay, great. So, yeah, thank you so much, Parth. Thank you, everyone, for the session. I think there is some issue. Maybe I will just quickly switch off my camera. Maybe that is choking the bandwidth.
Yep.
Just is my screen now?
Yep. All good.
Great. Thank you. I'm sorry for the technical glitch. So yeah, that's what I was saying. Thank you so much for thank you everyone for joining. I know it is Monday, but we can explore today and we can take to our home as a takeaway. So yeah, before starting the session, I would like to introduce myself. As you know, this is MVP Connect. I am an MVP. Yeah, I'm an MVP in business applications where I have expertise in Microsoft Dynamics finance operations, project operations, and somewhere in Power Platform as well. But my expert area is finance and operations. Right. So today's session, you know, will be on Copilot and business performance automations. Right. So there is some lag. But yeah. So if we start the session, I'd like to quote that why Microsoft, why we do this, for the community, for the customer. So the famous Satya Nadella once said that trust is more than a handshake. It's an agreement, bond between services and suppliers of those services that enables us to enjoy, be productive, learn, explore, express, create, be informed. So that was a fantastic quotation, I would say, Satya Nadella has said, and we walk together towards it, right? What the trust means for us, right? Trust includes delivering actual product, truth, and real return on investment, and not marketing, right? So whatever you're doing, whatever you're trying to achieve, or whatever you're trying to showcase, or whatever we are trying to customers, all based on or towards return on investment, not the only marketing speech, right? So our laser focus on security and compliance, ethical business standards in our marketing, wholesale, and no hidden cost in our pricing. That's what I wanted to start the session with this. So let's see what we have for today. Today, as you know, the session is on Copilot. So basically, it's not like I will bore you on the available stuff. Also, I would share some insights by example, some real life cases. Before we start the actual deep dive in and I would like to start with market trends, and then overview of Microsoft Dynamics 365, and then understanding Copilot in Microsoft Dynamics 365. And later on, after a couple of minutes, I will start deep diving and give a real demo. Okay. So when is market trends? As per the study, 79% of the leaders economy needs to adopt AI to stay competitive because the world is changed, right? And if you talk about AI is defining how leaders, approach business growth imperatives. It actually enhance business performance, profitability, meet customer demand, overcome workforce shortages, mitigate cybersecurity threats, and ensure business continuity. So AI is defining seeing AI and all. At the same time, we also need to have, as a standard approach, as an important approach, that how to implement AI, because there is no vision. There has to be a vision. Without vision, the AI cannot be, or any product cannot be implemented, right? So that's one of the market trend I wanted to talk about. And then I talk about enhanced business performance by using Copilot to achieve financial goals, right? How it helps? It increases cash flow, is streamlined automated collections. One of few of the case studies of one of the return on investment I am talking about: accelerated time to close by improving data reconciliation and financial reporting while ensuring compliance, improve financial planning through expedite variance analysis and automated reporting. And the real measurement, what is that? Up to 40 to 50% time savings from summarizing customer case information, which we will be talking today, one of the case study. And drafting emails to help agents focus on minimizing late payments, right? And then 50% reduction in revenue forecast variance, and 70% reduction in time spent, right? These are all of one few of the case studies. And then when you talk about Microsoft Dynamics 365 or ERP, Microsoft Dynamics 365 is a ERP product. It's part of the business application umbrella, right? And we will deep dive what is Microsoft Dynamics 365. So this is basically a architecture what I wanted to showcase, that a single platform that enables productivity and agility, right? It actually, Microsoft Dynamics 365 has finance, that has supply chain, that has commerce, that has human resources, that has project operations, right? And just a minute, I will just okay. So when you talk about finance, this is a core product, core area, I would say, right? When you talk about supply chain, this is one of the core area of any business. Commerce, which applies for e-commerce or retail, right? This industry. Human resource, you all know what is human resource, right? And project operations. Project operations is basically comes under the Microsoft Dynamics 365, and this is a separate application which I will also showcase some of the case cases from project operations. It helps to plan or manage your projects, right? timesheets and all. And then we have under the Microsoft Dynamics 365, we have, we can leverage Microsoft Power Platform, we can leverage Microsoft App Source, Microsoft 365, which all are integrated between each other. And then very famous, which is Copilot for Finance, which is integrated Copilot in Dynamics 365, which you are talking about, and Copilot Studio, which is very famous these days, I would say. And we will also talk about the Copilot Studio, and we'll see some of the case studies. And these are all common data platform like Microsoft Dataverse, Microsoft Fabric. So I will not talk about Microsoft Dataverse and Fabric much, because this is a vast topic, right? Analytics and all. So it helps to connect your entire business, support your entire portfolio, streamline end-to-end processes of any business organization. So it's all about the Microsoft Dynamics 365 and their applications. The next one, when you talk about Microsoft Dynamics 365 or any ERP, these are the processes, important processes, and these processes, each and every processes has Copilot functionality available. When you say Copilot, yes, it is available in Microsoft Dynamics 365 Finance and Operations, like hire to retire, acquire to retire, project to profit, record to report, procure to pay, inventory to deliver, forecast to plan to produce. Everything has Copilot functionality available today's date. Some of the functionalities are available as a preview functionality. Some of the functionalities are already available as a GA, general availability, right? So now it was all about what I have explained is all about Microsoft Dynamics 365 and their applications, their umbrella, the native applications. Now we will talk about Microsoft Dynamics 365 particularly. And since this session is only for Copilot and business process automations, we will only focus on Copilot in Microsoft Dynamics 365. So when you talk about Copilot in any ERP, right? Like we have seen some use cases how Copilot or automation framework help to reduce cost and increase revenue, like in terms of return on investment. So now we will deep dive into the Copilot in Microsoft Dynamics 365. What that we will only see the demo, we will also talk about the architecture behind it. So if you see this slide, Copilot in Finance and Operations. So when you talk about Copilot, there are a lot of myths, there are a lot of talks, negative talks, that Copilot only helps to refresh your email. Copilot only helps to navigate the navigate to some certain paths. It helps to refresh your emails, right? So these are all myths. Copilot is much bigger than that. You can do many things using Copilot if used in proper way. So when you talk about Copilot in Finance and Operation, there are three type of Copilots. One is app sidecar chat. It's basically, it helps to navigate. If you ask hey Copilot, how to create a purchase order, how to create an invoice, that will help you by sharing the system navigation path. We'll also see in the demo. And then second one is embedded AI. It's one of the Copilot which is features. It's not a sidecar chat. Sidecar chat means we are asking the question like a chatbot that is helping you to navigate, right? Embedded AI is, it helps to something like uh like it helps to summarize your customer trend. It helps to summarize your vendor. It helps to show or decrease or reduce your time of analyzing a customer's payment trend, a product, what is that product about, how many attributes are there, how many available inventory are there. That is all about the embedded AI, right? Embedded means it is available as a feature in Microsoft Dynamics 365 Finance and Operation. And other one which is very important, which is M365 chat. Like you can create your own Copilot and you can ask that that use or that scenarios into outside D365 Finance and Operation by using the Dynamics 365 operation data. Okay, so that is all about the Copilot in Finance and Operation framework. The last one we will also deep dive, because it requires effort, and you can create your own Copilot using the Microsoft Dynamics 365 Finance and Operation data. And so this one and this one looks very similar, but this is more powerful because this actually talks to your data. It's like generate a report, generate a summary. You can ask Copilot, okay, what is the customer balance? So these are all custom Copilot, right? You can create this custom Copilot using the Copilot Studio. So this is all about the Copilot in finance and operation. So now we will first start with the contextual experiences, which is sidecar, which was the first option which we have talked about. So quickly, I will share my system. Maybe mm, mm, just a minute. So now I will log into Microsoft Dynamics 365 Finance and Operations. So now this is my finance and operation, and in the right hand side you will see the sidecar. If you are using Microsoft Dynamics 365 Finance and Operation, you are in the latest version, then you must be aware of this functionality. But what you are not aware is some of the thing, I have kept this and as a surprises. So what you are aware is, okay. The first question I would like to ask, hey, what can you do for me? What can you do? What can you do? Right? Let's see. Ask this question to Copilot. So Copilot answers, how do I set up safety stock for product? This is the example it is giving. How can I request time off? How can travel should leave live sync error in dual right? So these are the information which Copilot can give answer. Right? Now, okay, show me how to create PO. So it works basically based on the generative AI. Like you don't need to write purchase order. It will understand PO means purchase order, right? So let's wait. So it is generating, it is working. So it is basically giving the navigation, right? Go to there, here, and then create this purchase order. Right? This is very, very basic. Now I want to ask, what time is it? Right? It is telling me, okay, this is 30th September and it is 11:48 a.m. because it is giving me the USA time. So now this one, what you are getting and what I am asking, it is not available in this sidecar. If you are using, if you are in front of system, you can test this one. It will not tell you the exact data. This is what I was explaining. This is a custom one, a small custom one. I have just tried to showcase at the first stage so that you get some interest, right? So this one, if you type right now in your system in the sidecar, it will not tell you this, it is time. This one is done by the Copilot Studio, which we will cover later in this session. Okay, and let's see. You can ask, okay, what is the balance of customer Microsoft? Let's see. We get something or not. Great. See, customer master has a balance of this amount as USD pending from last 6 months. So this one also is not a standard Copilot, is a standard sidecar what you get as part of the sidecar app experience. These are all used or created by the Copilot Studio. I'm just talking that what you can do, the powerful thing in this Copilot sidecar, right? So if I go to this Microsoft customer, this 27,89,590 USD, if I go to this accounts payable, all customers, let's see it is matching or not. So it is Microsoft. This is the, so this one is the Microsoft, the third one. If I see the balance, see 27,89,590, exactly same balance it is giving me in this result. So this kind of activity you can do this in the sidecar as well. So sidecar is not only to ask question how to create PO, how to create this, Sidecar also helps you to give some, you know, insights. It will, so sidecar is very useful, but sidecar becomes very powerful when you have an in-app chatbot which can be, you know, which can work like your real co-pilot. You're flying a plane, you need a co-pilot. You're asking, okay, I need something, you ask me. So these kind of thing can be done in sidecar, but using, these are all done by Copilot Studio. We will talk about how I have done it, right? So don't think that this is a standard one, because if you are trying now in your system, it will tell you, okay, I'm sorry, I'm not able to give the answer, because these are all done by Copilot Studio. Okay, so so now again, going back to this PPT. So that's what this feature is all about. Okay, so now we will cover up, three aspects. I would say more than three aspects, but mainly we will cover up finance. What are the Copilot functionality available in finance as a stream, and supply chain and manufacturing as a stream, and human resource, a small Copilot use case I will talk about. And then we will talk about some Delta Copilot like summary features, and then we will end the session with the Copilot Studio, claims of Copilot Studio, right? So we talk about finance. So finance basically not only, creating general ledger account, but it also a part of the project operation part, which actually is very important to maintain your project, project profitability, project health report, right? So these all are done in project operations. How the Copilot, what are the use cases of Copilot in project operation? Now we will see a demo, but before that, if you see the screenshot, maybe I will use this laser pointer. If you see, these are all new Copilot worldwide GA, quick insight tracking. And if you see, deliver projects on time and budget, automate generation of project plans with deliver detailed work background structures, helping new PMs ramp faster when dealing with unfamiliar subject matter. So what it does basically, when you are creating a project, new project, and you don't have any, subject matter expert, or you are not a subject matter expert, so you can ask Copilot to create, suggest some task or create a task plan that helps actually to save some time when you don't have any idea. So it will give you a lot of component, right? So these are all done by Copilot. And then this generate automated status report with KPIs and well articulated commentary, saving valuable time each week. So it is one of the KPIs, I would say, for any project, because they need to, or project manager or project director, they need to submit the project health report or project profitability or project forecasting report or project health report weekly or some quarterly basis, right? So that also, you don't need to spend a lot of time to, work in Excel, create PPTs, right? So Copilot will generate the report for you. And then lastly, there are other corporate scenarios as well, but I have picked up these three. Second two, I will give the demo. Identify potential risk in the project. So when you're working in a project, you have, lot of, it can be lot of risk, right? You can foresee a lot of risk, but you don't know, right, what is happening based on the revenue forecast, revenue profitability report. You don't know unless you analyze it extensively. So Copilot will do this work for you. Another thing which is in preview, which is for timesheet, you just need to write submit timesheet for me. Copilot will actually do this work for you. That is in preview. I won't be able to showcase right now, but that is all of the one of the Copilot use case in the project operation. So now I will quickly go to the project operations. So now what we will show, what we will see, this is the project operation, sandbox. Maybe I can click on this project, and I want to see the report. Okay. So if you go up in the Copilot, you can click on status report. You can ask Copilot to create internal status report and external status report both. So I will click on internal. It will take some seconds and it will prepare the project status report for me. Let's wait. So it's basically computing. Okay, so now it has created, and it has created a summary as well. So if you see the project progress report for consulting INC system implementation, AP is as follows: that is implementation project for consulting steadily moving forward. Currently 160 hours of effort have been completed out of the total estimated. This hour the project is 9 to 9.2%. So these are all a summary. Okay, and this is also telling this is actually aligning with the planned schedule. So this is, if something is not happening as per the schedule, it will give you the risk, or it will give you some notification. If you see the green, the status is in green and on budget, this is working on budget, right? And if you see the data as well, it will create the chart tracking everything as per your need. Okay, so if you see financial estimated expense, material tracking, all of the forecast and actual, it will also tell you in this report. You can generate this report anytime, and it will create the report in seconds. It will also talk about a lot of summary in this, in this risk, and top task by resources. It will take, okay, Durga, Roshan, Ramit, how many tasks, and not yet assigned task. Task completion, it will also tell the milestone completion, task completion, everything. And you can download this report, and you can send it to your respective stakeholders. So this is very nice, and this is actually time saving, because to create this report there are a lot of effort which requires, right? You need to go here and there and all. Another use case I will show, which is very important, risk assessment. So if I go to the risk, maybe there is no risk right now, maybe I will delete. Okay, delete this risk and ask Copilot to generate this risk once again, because I just tested before the session. So what I will do, I will ask Copilot to create the risk, do the risk assessment, and it will compute, it will collect the data from the project, and it will create the risk for you, and it will assign under this risk. See, it will actually suggest, and the source will be AI suggested, resource shortage, scope creep, technology risk, vendor dependency. So these are all risk, and it is also telling me risk profitability, right? And it will also tell us what can be the potential mitigate plan about this risk, right? So these are all done by the Copilot in the project operations, right? Here also, if you have task, you can just click on task plan. It will create the task for you. So I will not spend a lot of time here, because we have only 1 hour. So these three are very important, and available Copilot in the project operations, right? And in the Copilot, in the timesheet entry, you can write like, okay, hey, uh, fill my timesheet, something like that. So it will fill the timesheet. It will ask some data. It will allow you to fill the timesheet, or it will do the things for you. So these are all about one of the aspect in finance. Now again, I will go back to here, the next one, right? So improve collections with Copilot. Uh, if you are using Microsoft Dynamics 365, and if you are following Microsoft blogs and all, you might have seen this. So again, I would like to talk about this improve collection with Copilot. So collection area is one of the risk area, I would say very important area, where a lot of revenue leakage happens, right? So here what it helps: review customer financial standing directly within Outlook, share customer balance statement and invoice copies directly from Outlook, summarize and save customer interaction for accurate and contextual collaboration. So these are all about the, I would say, you know not only Microsoft Dynamics 365 Copilot. This is part of the Copilot for finance feature. This one is also a Copilot for finance, but it is very useful. Like, I will give an example. In India, there is a very complex process, which is a GST to a reconciliation. So a lot of customer ask, okay, if any something is there to reconcile between our dynamic history of data and the data which we get from the GST portal, right? So we don't to reconcile it. So it actually helps in many cases, like reconciliation. So what I have done, I have created some Excel file. So assume this is D65 data, okay, and this table is for vendor statement, okay. So vendor statement is one of the, I would say, data which we have got from the vendor, and this is D365 data which we have actually. So we want to reconcile it based on some multiple lookup criteria. So what, you know, Microsoft gives as a functionality. So if you have installed Copilot for Finance in your Outlook, then it will give you like Copilot for Finance, and it will, you need to click on reconcile data, and it will ask you whether this worksheet and this worksheet 1 and worksheet 2, you can also change it. If you have multiple worksheet, you can change it, and click on next. Always remember, this data has to be in tabular format, like in table. It does not understand normal file. You need to make this file or make this data in tabular format. Okay, so now it is actually suggesting me based on which data attributes or data variable I can make a reconciliation. You can change it as well. It is giving suggestion. If you want to change or adjust, you can adjust, and you can change the in the fields. Once you are done, you can click on next, and it will give you the reconciliation report in just few seconds. You see, generating reporting summary. So after, it will also tell you, summarize that what you have reconciled, what you have done. After performing a reconciliation upon, it was found that there was no perfectly match. So there is no matching happened, right? So this is all nice functionality in the Copilot which you can utilize outside D365 and in D365 as well. Now what we'll talk about, we'll talk about something in Microsoft Dynamics 365 Finance and Operation from the finance point of view, right? So here, uh, one of the workspace we have is collection coordinator. So in this collection coordinator, what we can do is, actually we don't need to do anything. If you have enabled this, feature from the Microsoft Dynamics Finance and Operation Finance feature management, it will actually help you to summarize about this customer payment health or health, right? So if you see, this is the summary by Copilot. There are many customers in the in the aging bucket. If you want to see, okay, I want to see about this customer, is the customer paying all on, on time or not. So if it will say customer 12, customer 12 is a name, just go, don't go by the name, customer 12 is a name, usually pays on time and recently defaulted on this. So it is actually saying you are giving you an insight that, okay, this customer is there aging balance, but this is actually defaulted recently. And if you see balance and payment history, customer 12 has a payment history of 13 invoices in the previous 6 months. This customer has a balance due of this to be paid, of which is overdue. Their last payment was received on this date for an amount of this. Their remaining credit amount is this. Okay, so basically this is one of the nice Copilot for finance in that Dynamics 365, which helps you to understand and take action against it. And if you want to, create a reminder mail from here automatically, Copilot will help you to draft the email for you, and you can send it, right? So just you need to click on this reminder mail, and it will create an email for you, right? See, and here I have this message I'm writing to bring attention. So whatever the summary, it will actually summarize, and it will draft the email. You just need to format this, that's it. This is one of the Copilot for finance functionality I wanted to showcase. Now again, I will go back to here. Now there are other finance functionalities, finance features are there as well in the how to say, in the Microsoft Dynamics with the finance and operation, but we'll talk about this later on. Now we will focus more on the important Copilot functionality, supply chain management. So if we talk about supply chain management, the first thing in the pure manufacturing company, or production company, they need demand forecasting, right? But not only this demand forecasting will help them, they also need to understand some summary, or they also need to know some summary from the demand forecasting charts, right? That's where the Copilot fits in, and it helps you. So firstly, predict demand. It actually, AI, Microsoft D365 has AI functionality which predict demand by using AI, Microsoft Copilot, and external factors at any suggest aggregated level. Drive consciousness uh, for sales and operations planning with seamless collaboration in the flow of work powered by Microsoft Teams. forecast with confidence with explanation generated by Copilot to understand complex correlations, anomalies, or outliers. Okay, so we'll see this use case in Microsoft Dynamics Suite of Finance and Operations. So demand planning basically is an app, add-on app. If you click on this app, if you have configured this one, you have installed it from the Power Platform Admin Center PPAC, then it will take you the demand forecasting app, right? So if you have configured the demand forecasting app, and if you generate the demand, it will look like this, the chart, right? I will close this one. This is one of the demand, or I will also talk about forecast. You see all of the, these are the forecast which you have created. So here also we can utilize AI. First of all, it is actually these charts are created by AI. Okay, but since this is a Copilot, more of the Copilot session, so I talk about the Copilot, how Copilot actually helps. So it actually helps to create a summary. So now if you see these lines, this forecast here is going up, right? Just a minute. Okay, so this is sometime is going up, going down. So if you want, you need to understand, it's not like the typical organization or typical, you know, PPT which suggests, okay, this is chart, but also I want to understand what is this about chart. So for that you need to analyze a lot of data, lot of insight. So you don't need to do that from now. You just need to see, okay, here is a hike. If I just click on this one, and largest shifts from June to 12 to June, July 24. Why? If I click on it, it will analyze the available data and it will give you the insight why this has actually increased. So it will give you the summary. The top largest shifts from June 24 to July 24 is the top 10 largest shift contributing to the change in demand are, these are the products. The demand for car audio in store 3 has increased by this. The demand for car audio unit 65 in store 4 has increased this. So all the data point which actually you have added. I mean, you have not written it, right? But you have added when you are creating some, you know, purchase order, productions, data feeding, right? These all are, I would say, a data you have given, and Copilot understood based on that data, and it gave you the insight. If you click on this, it will also tell you the, how to say, the insights about this. See, same thing. It will also talk about what is the reason it has shifted the gear, or it shifted, lower down the gear, right? So these are all our Copilot functionality, which is, important, which is in supply chain management. Again, if I go back to and there are also, some external factors can be added in this Copilot, which is in preview state. That's what here it was saying. Now, very important and very interesting, I would say, Copilot, I would say, get real-time inventory visibility using Copilot, and not only in Microsoft Dynamics Suite of Finance and Operation or in ERP. You can ask about your product availability from like Teams as well. So I will talk about more from the Teams point of view, and I will also show how, I mean, how it is done actually. Of course, I will not be able to show the code and everything, but I will make you understand how this is done. This Copilot for inventory visibility, firstly, you need to enable the inventory visibility app from Power Platform Admin Center PPAC, right? And then I will just go to the Copilot Studio. So this is Copilot Studio. Okay, this Copilot, when you create the Copilot, when you have the Copilot Studio, you will have a standard functionality called Copilot Inventory Visibility. So it actually comes by default into connected, and it has custom LV Copilot is actually created, message received, and then you need to connect with this add-on, call V Copilot plugin action and output, and then parse value, everything you need to set up here. And once this is enabled, you can publish this Copilot Studio or Copilot in Teams. So if I cancel it, if I click on publish your Copilot, you can select Microsoft Teams. That's how I have done. So now what we will see, maybe I will just create the open the Teams. So now if you see, these two copilot I have added later on. The second one I am talking about, and the next one I will talk about later on in this session. So if you see, uh, what I will do, I will again just copy, I will paste available stock for product 0004 in USMF. So what it will do, it will find the available product based on the site and location. You can also ask about the location and site. It will give you the result. It is actually in Teams. It is connected with Teams. You can ask the question in Teams, and it will give you the exact details of this product. Let's see. Let's wait for some time. In the past, everything was tested, and at the time of demo it did not work. But let's see. Uh, it has given the exact details for product 004 in organization USMA. The available stock quantities are as follows. You can also ask, when you are asking available stock for product 004 in USMF, inside the location this. So it will give you the exact result based on that, based on your question. Okay. So this is one of the, I would say, important Copilot functionality which is available in Microsoft Dynamics 365 Finance and Operation, and you can integrate in your teams, and you can ask in the team. It will take the data from your D365 Finance and Operation app, and it will give you the result in the teams. So that is all. That's how it is done. It is one of the Copilot functionality, I would say. Okay. Now what's next? Okay, so this is also, it has come last year, which is, it actually helps you to understand the lower impact or higher impact in the downstream level or upstream level. How? Just a minute, I will just show. So if I go to dynamic system finance and operation, and I have a workspace which is confirm purchase order with changes, what it helps, it actually, whenever you are changing any value or anything in the purchase order, confirm purchase order, it actually picked up and understand and show you that what if you change the purchase order details, say suppose quantity, delivery date, it can impact your production line, right? Your production orders which is lying, and you have some commitment to deliver that finished goods. So if your raw material is coming delayed, that means your product delivery will be also getting delayed, right? So that is the main purpose. You can also see the impact. There are 12 purchase order lines with low downstream impact that have been changed. In total there are 6 line affected. The breakdown of changes is follows. Delivery date, so if you accept the change of the purchase order, the delivery will be delayed, right? Quantity decreased. So these are all impactful insight which is Copilot is giving. If you and there are three type of changes inside each gives: low impact changes which is 6, high impact changes which is 2, and lower impacted downstream impact is 28. So it actually shows based on the summary. If I click on show, it will exactly tell, okay, this will affect in planned purchase order, sales order, right? And it will also tell you that what was the change. So basically, changed quantity and change delivery date. It was like, it is showing you that original delivery date, it was on 2016, and the change delivery will be 70. It isn't passed though. And original quantity, it was 1167. Now the change quantity is 1087. So now if you accept this change from the vendor, that means you will have a downstream impact, like planned production order is impacted, sales order is impacted, right? These are all downstream impacts. If you click on show on high impact changes, let's see, if you change accept this purchase order changes, there will be paid planned production order will be impacted. And if you see change quantity, change delivery, I would say the Copilot is helping you to understand, if you change the purchase order details in the purchase order from the vendor, it's your choice, but it actually helping you what will be the impact. If this feature is not there, that means as of now we need to check manually, or a factory guy need to check, or the team needs to check manually that okay, if I accept these changes, what will be the, so here and there they need to go and find a lot of connections, relations, correlations, right? That will be impact. So this is one of the Copilot functionality. Again, go back to the PPT. Now we will quickly touch up on the human resource. What is available in human resource as a Copilot functionality? Right? So let's go to Microsoft Dynamics 365 Finance and Operation. If we see this human resource, and if we have employee same self service, it actually this is all about how to say, if you are working in a company, definitely you need to have leaves, right? You need to take leaves, you need to take time off. So it actually, the Copilot is actually helping you to understand that what is your left leave details, what how many leaves you have taken, which leave you have taken, and what will be accrued for the next year. So if you see the time off, if I just make it as zoomed, so summary by Copilot, you currently have 38 hours of PTO, paid time work, with a carryover limit of 200 hours. There is an expected 177.10 hours of PTO that will expire on this month. For vacation leave, you have 200 hours available, and 183 hours are expected to expire on this date. Your sick leave balance is this, with a carryover limit of 80, and there is no expected leave to loss. Additionally, you have no balance of annual leave or carry forward annual leave, both with no expected leave. So it is basically, helping you for your well-being, that how many leaves are you are having, how many leaves will be, carry forward, how many leave we will lose if you don't take it, how many leaves will expire, right? This is one of the Copilot functionality which is available in self-service, my employee self-service in human resource module. If you want, you can click on request time off. Uh, you can just check, take the leave and all, right? That is one of the Copilot functionality in human resource management. Now, so this is all about I was saying the real-time insight about time off and leave summary. So now we will quickly touch upon the summarization by Copilot, which we have seen actually some of the summarization feature, but we will also talk about what is there, right? There are other summarization feature available in other area like commerce, retail and commerce, warehouse management, which I don't have that expertise, right? That is pure retail commerce. That is also available. You can go to the Microsoft documentation. You can have a look. But in Summarize and Copilot, we have customer insight, we have vendor insights, we have product insight, we have sales order summary, purchase order summary, and workflow history. How? Just have a look. So if I go to account receivable, if you see the customer, so if I want to see this customer and want to see a quick look, and want to have a quick insight that what is this customer doing from last few years and how many invoices we have done. So if we will have a status. Under the status, it will be a summary. Under the insight, it will be a short summary. If you see the status, in the past year there have been 8 posted customer invoice totaling this with an history. There is one sales order with the status invoice amounting this. So these are all basically a summary which you have seen earlier, that is also available in customer. It actually gives you an insight. You can take decision based on that. Okay, this insight is very useful because if you see over the last year, there have been two bit overdue customer invoice totaling this USD, with a maximum overdue period of 39 days for invoice. So it is actually averaging that okay, how many invoices the customer has received, and what is the highest due amount, overdue amount, right? If you pay this now, it will be gone, and it will not be there. It will change the amount, and if we take invoice, what is left. Okay, similarly the same thing is available in vendor master as well. I will not spend a lot of time there because it is already available. We have seen it, so just a quick look. Same thing in the vendor master summary by Copilot. It will generate the summary in real time. It will give you the details, right? uh, it is taking much time. Okay, so this is the same thing for vendor and customer. we have in purchase order and sales order both, we have the summary feature. It actually tells us about the sales order. You don't need to check everything from the sales order. We can have a look and just let's see. Okay, open order. So this is a short summary. There is one order line in total, with one line are not fully picked, that the order is currently open. There is one order. So same thing, basically it shows you the summary. If you have more lines, it will actually summarize about the lines and all. If you go to the purchase orders, I'm trying to expedite because these are all a similar thing. I will also need to talk about Copilot Studio, how we can customize, we can bring our own Copilot, right? So in purchase order also, acha, there is. So if the purchase order is invoice, that actually don't show. It doesn't show the summary because you don't need to see the summary, right? Because it has been invoiced. So here, same thing. Sometimes if it has no data, then it does not give the status. So now I will quickly talk about summary and item summary. Item summary is one of the useful, I would say. So here, if I go up, maybe this purchase orders, maybe this one, workflow history, view history. So in workflow as well, since workflow can have multiple hierarchy, so we need to see, okay, what has been done, who has rejected, when it was rejected, who has rejected, and who has approved. These are all summarized by the Copilot. The workflow, so if you see, the workflow overview indicates that the task was submitted by Adam George on September. The current status of the task is pending, and it is assigned to 3 users in sequence. The task is currently with Charlie Carson with the due date of this. Once Charlie completes his part, the task will move to Brad Sutton, also with the due date of this. Finally, the task will be with Adam George, the initial submitter, with the due date of this. The workflow ensures a systematic progression of the task through the assigned users, each responsible for their designated portion within the specified time frame. So it's coming under the time frame. What is the time required for this workflow? And it actually not only the current approvers, it also tells you about the future approvers as well. Who will be the next approvers? It is one of the Copilot functionality which is available. Now we will quickly jump into the product information management. You can see the release product. It actually helps you to understand about the product. You don't need to see the whole configuration, right? So if I just talk about this laptop, so if I click on this laptop HP, it's a product, right? I don't want to see all the configuration. I want to see is the funniest part that I have added HP Dell picture in HP laptop. Okay, fine. Funny. So if you see, the summary by Copilot is available in product master as well. If you see the about this product, it will tell you the you know something about this product, that there are 6024 units of HP laptops available in all warehouses, right? Purchase invoices, you can relate this with your inventory, which I have showcased this one, right? Available stock, which I have queried question in Teams, and it gave me the answer. The laptop HP is priced at this per unit. This is about the purchase agreements are available. The product at laptop is priced at 1900 USD per unit for sales order by default. These are all collecting the data from all the configuration and showing you the result. Similar thing you can also see about the inside about the product inside from the sales order. So if I create a sales order or just go to the sales order, okay, here, and if I hover on this product item, it will actually generate a summary that what is this item about. Okay, so maybe I will select item which is maybe this one, laptop. So here you see the description it is bringing and the summary by Copilot. generating the summary. It will actually give the insight. The Surface Pro is a product under utilities category with storage is site warehouse. It has no tracking dimension. It's priced at this per unit. The product does not ship alone or have direct delivery. It belongs to the LIFO item model group. The search name of the product is Surface Pro and it falls under the product subtype. The price is set as 1900 USD per unit. There's summary by feature which is available in product sales order in product hour as well, right? And what we have, let's see. So we have talked about customer insight, vendor insight, product insight, sales order summary, purchase order summary is also same, workflow history summary we have covered up, right? So now this was all about the basic or important features in the in the Microsoft Dynamics System Copilot functionality. We covered human resource, we covered finance, we covered supply chain, we also covered project operation in finance as well, right? So now, most important part, uh, it will take ages to understand. I mean, not ages, maybe it will take hours to understand. It's not that in 1 hour we will be able to understand the Copilot Studio, right? So let's understand it in detail, basic details. Just a minute. So give me a minute. I need to open from the background. All right. I've done it. Okay. So now, for to understand the Copilot Studio to use in Copilot for to use in Microsoft Dynamics Finance and Operation. So basically, when you have Copilot Studio enabled and it is connected with your environment, you will be able to see this Copilot for Finance and Operation app, enabled, and how it is done actually. If you have the solution, uh, just a minute. Power Platform Admin Center. So if you have your environment, then so this one is my environment, and in the environment you will have a solutions, right? Just a minute. Just before connected resource 65 app. This one Copilot for Finance and Operation app. uh, this one you need to install, and you need to when you install it, and this toggle Copilot Finance and Operation and app will be visible. So in this one there are a couple of standard you know uh, topics, I would say. So if you need to customize this one, customize something in the Microsoft Dynamics Finance and Operation to use your Copilot, or customize a Copilot using Microsoft Dynamics Finance and Operation, you need to do everything from this Copilot for Finance and Operation app from the Copilot Studio, connecting with your environment. So these are the standard topic which is added. You can test your Copilot. You can add your own topic, like I have done for customer. I have done for gate vendor transaction. So I will also show you. Say I want to know the vendor details. So this is my Copilot for Finance and Operation app, Copilot, which is content Teams. I can say like gate vendor details. So maybe I can like this 1000. I don't know whether this vendor ID is available or not. Okay, I think just a minute. I need to check the vendor. 1001. Let's see. Oh, get vendor details. Let's see. This is the vendor. Yeah. See, it is actually giving the vendor name is SCM office supply. So this kind of Copilot things you can do. Not this kind of, you can create your own Copilot using the Copilot Studio, and you can connect with Teams, you can connect your custom kind of chatbot, everything. So if you see the ACME office supplies, if you just type this one now, I don't know whether this will continue or not. Let's see. Okay. Can get vendor details 1002. See, MW packaging supplies. So it is actually talking to the Microsoft Dynamics of data, and it is giving you the result. In the first, what I was talking that okay, I have customized something, right? So I have how you can customize. Say in the navigation panel as well. Say you have, see, just not, it's not like that how to create PO, right? You can have your custom process, but those custom processes not documented in Microsoft Learn or Microsoft repository. For that, from the Copilot Studio, what you can do in the Copilot for Finance and Operation app, or any Copilot Studio app, you can add your own add knowledge. So if you click on add knowledge in this Copilot Studio, you can connect with a public website. You can upload the file. In the file you can write all the steps to create, your custom process. Then Copilot will actually understand how to create your custom data, something like that. So you can query here, okay, hey, I want to create this process which is not documented anywhere. It's your business process, right? So you can write it here, and you can give that it actually answers based on your document you have uploaded. An organization specific knowledge you can import in the Copilot, and same thing you can ask from the side chat sidecar from here. Similarly, uh, same thing I have done, like I think it will not work here. Gain web details. I think it is not connected inside chat. Okay, I think yes. So same thing. You see, whatever I am doing in Teams chat, the same thing you can ask here as well. But if you don't do that, don't. It will the standard app does not actually show you the vendor name. Now we will also talk about like the same way. What I have done. I have created some custom data, connected the topic for customer, and it is actually giving me the result. Like that way I can ask that, okay, see the vendor name here also. I can ask the question. So now what I was showing at the beginning, what is the balance of customer Microsoft. Same thing. This is how I have done using the Copilot Studio, connecting with this environment, and you added the topic, right? Uh, if I open a topic like a small topic, which is daytime. So here I have added the phrase current time. So it actually works with the natural language. So anything if I ask about the what is the time now, it will give the result using this formula, which is now. The message it will give, right? This is one of the topic I have created. Now if I talk about another topic, like how it is giving the gate vendor details, right? So it is, if I show that these phrases is gate vendor transaction details, everything phrases it understand. Need to give a phrase that okay, at the input from the user, it will be like these phrases, and then it will ask you the what is the vendor ID, and it will save user response vendor ID, and then it will give the result is vendor name, and we need to give the output is vendor name from the data ID, right? One thing, if I talk about inventory visibility copilot, right? So if you just see the inventory visibility copilot studio, how it is actually returning the result, let's see. So here this is the action, right? So if I uh, action, click on action, this one, this is input, this is output, and if I just go to the topic, I think it has only one topic. Yeah. So now you will understand the message received from an end user, right? And then plugin action, you need to create a plugin using this plugin action, output, and then parse value, and then condition it will be there, and then it is using a power automate flow as well. I'm not getting it, but actually it is I need to check the power automate flow. No, not here. I think here is the gate vendor ID, which is working as a power automate flow using the Copilot in Power Automate, and it is giving the result. So one thing that we have seen was how to connect or how to create custom Copilot, though it is very functional point of view. But if you deep dive, start using this Copilot for inventory visibility, if you go in the Copilot Studio, and if you connect with your financial operation app, then you will be able to do this kind of stuff, right? I have asked the question to Microsoft, what is the balance of customer master. The customer master has a balance of this USD pending from last 6 months. So that is also a custom copilot we have done in Microsoft Dynamics System Financial Operation. So these use cases you can think yourself and start creating the copilot studio for your customer. Ultimately the return on investment will be higher, right? So what we have next, right? So create your own copilot. That's what we wanted to talk about. How I have given a glimpse, or I have given a small starting point. Like you can use your copilot studio using connecting with Microsoft Dynamics Studio Finance and Operation. You start using creating the copilot use cases. So that's it for this session. I would say thank you to everyone, and I would hand it over to Parth if you are there. Then we will end if there is any question.
Yes. Hi, Ramit. We have
Hi
a
Ramit. We have a
couple of questions.
couple of questions.
Yes. So we have question
So we
from
have question.
Johnny. Can we do a setting to let Copilot run with local LLMs?
Uh, I think as of now, no, but maybe I will confirm it later on. If you just type this question in the chat, I will just local. I'll answer on this one.
Okay. So you can, Johnny, you can even reach out to Ramit on
Yeah.
his social handle on his LinkedIn, and he can even help you there. So there is again a question from Deepak, who's like joined bit late and is asking like, could you please tell like what all features need to be enabled to get benefit of all the feature of Copilot in D365 FNO and further enablement related to functionality?
Okay, so I think Deepak is asking, he joined a bit late. So what we have covered in this session is normal embedded Copilot sidecar and the custom Copilot which we have showcased using the Copilot Studio. Like we can ask customer balances, we can ask customer. So these are all uh, thought, right? So it are all no hard and fast rules. You need to follow some steps which is available in Microsoft documentation. uh, you can just log in into the Copilot Studio, connect with the environment, and then before that you need to connect with the Dataverse environment. You need to install Copilot Finance and Operation app. So there are multiple steps which is required. I intentionally did not keep this as a configuration session. Rather, I wanted to make a very interactive session. I don't know why my video is not working, but okay, that's fine. Okay, so that's what I wanted to keep, make it very interactive session, because a lot of people does not know about Copilot, what it can do, how it can be configured. Maybe the documentation part which you have shared in your social media from the Microsoft Reactor, that Deepak can go through and all can go through and enable the Copilot.
Yeah. Yep. So yes, this link can help you to take your learning further. Please go through the link and go through the learning there. And yes, do we have? We don't have any more questions coming in. So Ramit, let's call for a wrap.
Sure, sure. It has been great. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much
Ramit,
for
for an exciting session. Thank you, everyone. Thank you all once again. And yes, good evening to you all. Thank you, Ramit.
thank you. Bye.